Who hasn't heard of the benefits of green tea? We know tea has polyphenols, they're called catechins. We know one of the catechins is called EGCG. It's actually really, really good for you. Not only does it cut off the blood supplies to help starve cancers, not only is it anti-inflammatory, not only does it help protect your stem cells so you can regenerate from the inside out, the fiber in green tea and some of the catechins, catechin itself is actually a prebiotic, helps to nourish your gut microbiome, take your gut bacteria, make it happy. It's antioxidant, good for your DNA, stimulates your immune system. It turns out when it comes to your body fat, the catechin actually fights white fat. It actually helps you lose some of the subcutaneous jiggly stuff. But more importantly, it actually helps you lose visceral fat, the harmful baseball glove fat that can be trapped even inside a skinny body. So the bottom line is that green tea drinkers just metabolically are healthier.
If you have ever wondered whether the drinks you choose each day could change your life, you are not alone. Today, you are going to hear about Sally, a vibrant 91-year-old woman whose story just might shift how you think about what goes into your glass. Whether it is a morning tea, a soothing smoothie, or a rich soup that starts your day, these choices matter more than you think. This video is all about health wisdom and the 5 food hacks that can truly make a difference, and we hope you feel inspired, not only to watch, but to join the conversation. If you are curious about how simple food and drink swaps could improve your well-being, then make sure to like, comment, and share this video with someone you care about. And do not forget to subscribe to stay connected with us as we continue to explore life-changing health insights together. Sally did not always think about food as medicine. For most of her life, she ate what was around, what was easy, and what was familiar. But everything changed a few years ago when she received news no one wants to hear. She was diagnosed with cancer, and it shook her to the core. At the time, she was 86 and unsure if she had the strength or even the time to fight. But something inside her said, "You can choose your next steps." So she started searching. That is how Sally found the work of Dr. William Li, a physician and researcher whose groundbreaking work focuses on using food as powerful medicine. Dr. Li is internationally recognized for his research in angiogenesis, the process the body uses to grow new blood vessels. His research has helped reveal how certain foods can either fuel or starve cancer, depending on the choices we make. With degrees from Harvard and a career dedicated to helping people harness the healing power of nutrition, Dr. Li has spent years studying which foods support the body's own defense systems. Sally latched onto this wisdom with hope and curiosity. She thought, if I am still here, then I still have a choice. And that choice started with her morning drink. Instead of coffee, she began each day with a warm cup of green tea. Not just any tea, but one steeped with fresh lemon peel and a tiny pinch of turmeric. The scent alone was enough to wake her senses, and over time, she began to feel that little spark of energy return. Have you ever noticed how the simplest things, like the warmth of a cup in your hands, can set the tone for your whole day? She also started drinking pomegranate juice in small amounts, not because she heard it was trendy, but because of what Dr. Li had shared about its impact on angiogenesis. Pomegranates are rich in L-arginins, which convert into urolithin in the gut, supporting cellular health and possibly even encouraging cancer-fighting processes in the body. Sally called it her ruby tonic, sipping it slowly while watching the sun rise. It became a quiet ritual of self-care and healing. In the afternoons, Sally swapped sugary drinks for matcha green tea or hibiscus tea, both known for their antioxidant power. She added a bit of ginger to her hibiscus, creating a tangy, fragrant blend that made her feel refreshed and alive. She did not see these as drastic changes. Instead, they felt like new habits, small but powerful steps toward reclaiming her health. Have you ever made a simple switch and felt a surprising difference? Dr. Lee often talks about the 5 health defense systems in the body: angiogenesis, regeneration, microbiome balance, DNA protection, and the immune system. Sally wrote them on a note card and pinned them to her fridge, right next to a photo of her dancing in the kitchen as a young woman. Every drink she made was chosen with one of those systems in mind. She was not chasing miracles. She was supporting the body she had, the life she loved, and the future she still believed in. Smoothies became a big part of her routine too. Her favorite one combined blueberries, spinach, avocado, and flax seeds with unsweetened kefir. Creamy, tart, and just a little earthy, it felt like a hug from the inside out. She loved knowing that the polyphenols from the berries were feeding her gut microbiome, and the healthy fats from the avocado were helping her body absorb it all. Dr. Lee had talked about how feeding your gut could strengthen your immune system, and she felt it working. Less bloating, more energy, and a sense of calm she had not felt in years. Sally began to experiment with soups and broths too, turning food into drinkable nourishment. She simmered mushrooms, onions, garlic, and leafy greens in bone broth, adding a splash of miso at the end for flavor and probiotics. She would pour it into a mug and sip it in the evenings while reading. This became her wind-down drink, the kind that seemed to calm not just her body but her spirit. What kind of drink soothes you at the end of a long day? One of Sally's favorite stories to share is about the day she noticed her fingernails growing stronger again. It might seem like a small thing, but to her, it was a sign that something inside her was healing. She attributed it to the seaweed she had started adding to her soups and smoothies, inspired by Dr. Lee's recommendations. Seaweed, packed with iodine, fiber, and antioxidants, became a weekly grocery staple. "It tastes like the ocean," she would laugh, "and that makes me feel closer to life." Another favorite of hers was golden milk, a blend of warm plant-based milk with turmeric, ginger, black pepper, and a hint of cinnamon. The scent alone was soothing, and it helped with the little aches and pains that came with age. She would sip it slowly, wrapping both hands around her cup, smiling as the creamy drink glowed gold in the evening light. Have you ever tried making your own golden milk? It is one of those drinks that nourishes not just your body, but your entire mood. Sally's cancer journey did not end overnight, but over time, her body began to stabilize. Her scans looked better, her energy returned, and most importantly, her spirit felt whole again. She was not just surviving, she was thriving. And she credits the shift to embracing food and drinks as allies in her healing. Dr. Lee's wisdom gave her a map, but it was the small, daily choices that brought her back to life. One of the most important takeaways Sally wants you to remember is that healing is not about restriction. It is about abundance. She discovered foods that nourished her from the inside out and drinks that comforted her while quietly rebuilding her defenses. From green tea and pomegranate juice to seaweed broths and berry smoothies, each one became part of her personal toolkit for wellness. Which of these would you try first? As Sally puts it, you do not have to change everything overnight. Just start with your next drink. Maybe it is adding turmeric to your tea, or choosing water with lemon over soda. Maybe it is sipping bone broth instead of snacking on chips. These small shifts add up, especially when done with intention. You are building something with every choice, and your body will feel it. Sally remembers the first time she tried golden milk. She was skeptical, unsure about the bold yellow color and the earthy taste of turmeric. But she added a touch of cinnamon, a splash of almond milk, and slowly grew to enjoy the comforting warmth it brought. Over time, that evening ritual of sipping something nourishing became her moment of reflection. And with each passing week, her joints felt less stiff, her sleep became more restful, and she noticed that her digestion was gentler, more regular. These weren't dramatic changes, but they were real. And they mattered. Along the way, Sally found that she was not alone. Her daughter started drinking matcha with her in the mornings, and her neighbor began blending green smoothies too. It turned into a quiet kind of movement, a ripple effect of small changes inspired by one woman's story. And that is what we hope to spark with this video too. When her daughter visited one weekend and saw Sally prepping her drinks, grating fresh ginger, squeezing lemon into water, whisking matcha with care, she asked to join. At first, it was just curiosity, but then it became connection. Those few minutes each morning gave them something to share, a peaceful routine that brought them closer than ever. They began chatting about their goals, how they felt, what they were noticing. That little morning, matcha became a space for hope and honesty. Dr. William Lee's research has helped thousands of people reconnect with their health through the power of food. His message is not about fear, but about empowerment. It is about understanding that your plate, and yes, even your cup, holds the potential to support your body's natural defenses. Sally is living proof of that. If you are inspired by her journey, we would love to hear from you. What is one drink you could add this week to support your health defense systems? Maybe it is as simple green tea in the morning or a healing broth before bed. Share your ideas in the comments. You never know who you might inspire. And if you found this video helpful, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe. Share it with someone who might need this gentle reminder that it is never too late to make a change. We are building a community here, one that believes in the power of real food, shared stories, and everyday choices that nourish us deeply. So here is your invitation. Grab your favorite mug, fill it with something that supports your body, and take a moment to appreciate the journey you are on. Whether you are 29 or 91, your next choice matters. And we are right here with you, every sip of the way.